Hello everyone. How is everyone doing today? Show me that you are here and that you are here and alive and well somehow. Show me your faces. Hello Ariel. Hello Siobhan. Glad to know that you're good. How is everyone else feeling? Himansu, Anjali, Tato, Anika. Are you here? Show me proof of life. Thank you very much. What about you, Himansu? Are you here with us? Hello, thank you so much for always having your camera on. Super appreciated. I want to see all of your faces. I don't know some of your faces. I don't know how you look like. Let me know that you are as gorgeous as I am imagining you. Okay. Hello, everyone. How is everyone feeling? I saw a lot of thumbs up. Okay, fine. So today we are going to be working at designing and crafting the beautiful pitch that you will be delivering on the 10th of July. Can anyone tell me what is happening the 10th of July? Either unmute yourselves or as Arif just did, write on the chat. Now, who can tell me what does that mean? Okay, I'm gonna ask my finger. We picture ideas and yeah, it's not that you can. So yes, you can. I mean, but also it's what you're supposed to do. So you will pitch your ideas and products. Not necessarily idea and product as different things, but your project. You will be talking about it, saying its name, because it's like a creation. It exists already. You will explain how does the world look like without your product? Why does it need to be changed? Why is the problem that you are solving a problem that is worth solving? What is the world going to look like afterwards? And why are you the right people to solve that? Okay. So can you please show me how are you feeling about the expo somehow? Or type on the chat or send me a reaction. I don't know how to read that. Like, Mary, do you want to speak or were you raising your hand for another another reason? Little nervous but excited. That's good. That's very nice. The question is, how are you feeling about the expo? The way I am reading this is surprise. Are you surprised by the expo or a little nervous? I know it passed fast, right? Before we move on, I've already individually texted all of you about that, but we want to make you feel like the rock stars that you are. So please do send me your favorite selfie. Look as gorgeous as your camera lets you to be. I mean, we know that in person you're amazing. But we want a picture to prove that, so we can create a beautiful poster that we will use to promote the expo. So you have real people looking at you and your project. A little hyped and scared. That's the perfect place to be. Why? Because if you were not hyped or excited or something like that at all, that will mean you're not that motivated by your project. And if you were not scared, it will mean that you don't really care about it. So a little hype and a little scared is the perfect place to be. So what about we practice our pitches a little bit today? Not practice, we craft our pitches a little bit today. You will If you haven't already, stage 12 on the platform is all about storytelling. It will give you a lot of tips on how to create the best pitch ever. And as always, by all means, should you have any question or should you want me to give you feedback on your pitch, do send me a recording of you delivering your pitch and I'll let you know. You can also send me the text. But okay, who can tell me why do I prefer you to send me a video of you speaking your pitch to the camera rather than the text? Why do you think that is? Sorry, just unmute yourself. I mean, go for it.
Maybe because it conveys emotion better than just texting someone.
As well, I can see the emotion. We can also make sure that it's under 3 minutes. And I can give you feedback not only on the words, but also on the delivery. Because if, for example, you have it written on your phone and you are like, hello, everyone, thank you for coming to my presentation. My project is called, don't do that to people. Answering to Anika, no, you don't have to do a poster. You have to send me a selfie. You should have a private message from me on Discord saying so. And why am I asking for a selfie? Do not think anything weird. I'm not collecting your selfies. Okay. We want them to create a poster. You don't have to do it. We will do it for you with all of your beautiful faces. Was that clear? Did I answer your question, Anika? Okay, perfect. So moving on, let's start telling stories. Again, should you have more questions, if you have not gone through stage 12 on the platform, you'll have a lot of tips there. But I'm going to send you to breakout rooms. And in there, you'll have only 3 minutes to find out 3 things you all have in common. Okay, 3 things you all have in common and create story with all of them. What questions do you have about the activity? No question. What kind of story? Any kind of story. Then we can have feedback on that story. Like anything random or some meaning. You can find meaning in absolutely everything, and life is random, so both are okay, Arif. So, okay, sending you on 3 different rooms of 3 people for 3 minutes. Find 3 things you have in common and create one story. With all of that, 3, 2, 1. Have fun. See you in 3 minutes. Hey Arif, my record says that you are on the room number 3. Are
Yeah,
you?
I am in room number 3, but my laptop mic is not working, so I connected to my phone also.
You want me to send you to room 3 from here?
Yeah, please.
Okay. Um, we welcome back, everyone. How was the storytelling session? Were you all able to create a story? Were you all able to create a story? Yes, no?
It's a bit of a rush at the end.
All right, I'm hearing a lot of noise. So I would love to instead hear someone from team 1 telling me the story you created. And in team 1 were Anjali, Himansu, and Suraya.
So we didn't exactly come up with a story. We had like the components of it. So we said we're all Indian, we're all in education, and was gonna discuss like mental health because we was all interested in it. So we were trying to come up with a story surrounding that.
Make one up right now. Whatever you say is perfect, Anjali.
Um,
Once upon a time. Okay. Let me help you. This was going to be the next activity, but let me help you. No, don't mute yourself. Don't run away just yet. So once upon a time, there were an Indian woman who was interested in education. And every day, complete my sentence.
And every day she was confused about mental health.
Until one day,
her school led a class on it.
and because of that,
she now felt more open and understanding to having conversations about it.
And because of that,
she's happy.
And because of that,
no. Because of that, she grew up to be a mental health advocate. The end.
Hold on. And ever since that day,
she felt like a weight had been uplifted from her.
What is the moral of the story?
That education can change the pathway that you're on and help to better understanding.
Can everyone give Anjali a round of applause? Woo, That was really, really good. You created an entire story in like what, 30 seconds? So all we need to do is knowing an order or a prompt that works. For example, the prompts that I just introduced are very commonly used to create storylines. It goes like this. Once upon a time, there was an introduction, an everyday setting of the stage until one day conflict, and because of that and because of that and because of that at least 3 times, and ever since that day. And what is the moral? And that's an entire story. How do you feel, Anjali?
Yeah, that was good.
I knew you could do it, and now you know it too. Who else would like to prove everyone, including themselves, that they can tell an amazing story? I will suggest someone from team 2, for example, Annika, Siobhan, or Tato. Who would like it to be? All right, so I will ask my finger. Pito, pito, gorgorito, ¿dónde vas tú tan bonito? Ala, era verdadero. Pipo. Era Siobhan.
All right.
So, what's your story? What's the story of your team?
Our story was about this girl, and she turns to sport to lose weight because she's being bullied at school, and she feels she has a really different taste in music, and she feels different because of it, and but she feels safe with the music. And yeah, she has a hard time at school as well.
That is a fantastic setting for a story. That's a great beginning. What happens next, Siobhan?
She finds confidence when she joins a sport, and she realizes she doesn't need validation from others to be happy.
Let's give it a little bit more structure, okay? Are you okay with that, Siobhan?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. So once upon a time, there was a girl who wanted to play sports in order to lose weight because she was receiving bullying at school. Okay, so that could be like the setting and every day. Let's continue until one day.
Until one day she joined the sports and started enjoying it.
And because of that,
She lost a lot of weight, but people started being fake to her and pretended to be her friends just because of her appearance.
and because of that,
She realized that the only person she needs in life is herself and her family.
and because of that,
She uh she she got a lot more self-confident and independent.
and because of that,
She's now a billionaire and leading a worldwide tech company.
that escalated quite quickly until finally.
She had her own daughter who started going through the same struggles, but she shared her knowledge with her.
And the moral of the story is?
To be self-confident and not to depend on others for self-validation.
And if you have the chance to pass it on to your offspring, do so. I will add from your story. Great job, great job. I know, right? That was a very nice one. And I'm dying to know what was the story on team number 3. Let me check who was there. Arif, Mary, and Ryan. Who would like to speak?
Can you hear me?
Yes?
So we didn't have enough time to even get through all the similarities. So I'll just do what what the first person, what Anjali did. So the similarities are music, entrepreneurship, and uh, and how can I say, like not the sheep mentality,
What mentality, sorry?
like more of a leader than a follower,
Sorry, I don't understand. I did not understand you.
like more of a leader than a follower.
Okay, I don't understand what kind of mentality, but I'm so sorry. There's like some noise. Can you say it in
Yeah,
one word, the same word?
yeah, I don't know the word for it.
The ones who don't like to follow, so leaders, basically. So you have a leadership mentality, you're into music and into entrepreneurship. So, Arif, once upon a time, there was a young musician who was fed up of following the orders of their boss at the band where he used to play and wanted to start his own band. And every day, like, okay, so that's a chant. Until one day he started his own band, and because of that,
Because of that, he got to know some new, really great musicians who he had not known about before. He got together with them, created a band with them, created their first album together, which blew up.
and
Uh,
because of that,
because of that, he went to his old home to celebrate it with his parents. And in his old home, uh, he found some old stuff which reminded him how he was into entrepreneurship. So as the first album had just blown up, he had a lot of funds and he could uh, he could maybe start something. So
and
that's
because
what he
of
did.
that, and because of that,
Because of that, he started the entrepreneurship journey once again. This time with both the funds and friends. So he met up with his band, the one with the one he made the first album with. They found out a problem, solved it, uh, and their first project was not that great. Like it did generate some revenue, but overall it was not worth the effort. They didn't give up. They kept on going both with their music and their projects. And certainly on their fourth project, it blew up. It generated even more revenue than all their music combined. And yeah, they became billionaires.
and ever since that day,
And ever since that day, they have been best friends, chilling together every day. No need to worry for literally anything.
and what's the moral of the story?
The moral of the story is if you can find the right people, if you can find the right team, you can achieve anything.
Okay, thank you very much, the three of you. That was amazing. I would love to read your opinion on what just happened. What was the difference between the very beginning, the attitude you had in the very beginning, and what happened in the end?
Before you started, like I had uh, like I had just a little bit of idea how I want the story to go, but you gave me a setting. So you gave me the musician setting. So like in the middle, I was just trying to figure out where do I put in the entrepreneur part, and so after the like it just hit me like I can put it here. It changed the whole story.
What else did you guys feel? Feel free to unmute yourselves or type on the chat. Just communicate. By the way, I keep on reminding you for the expo, we will ask you to have your cameras on. So today is a fantastic day to test that with everyone else, to start feeling comfortable with your cameras on. Who else would like to speak?
I think at first it was quite scary, and then you offered that type of structure, so then it just like helped flow. I feel like you're kind of because of that made it clearer as well.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Who else would like to speak?
Yeah, like Anjali said, it just the prompts gave it like structure, and then it just made like your thoughts, organize themselves a bit more.
From the perspective of those who were listening to the stories, what did you notice? Mm-hmm. They became better in themselves with more confidence. Thank you, Joel. I'm not ignoring your question, Ryan. I just don't know what ALS is, so we can talk about that later. Something else that I observed is that in the very beginning, you were freaking out about the story, like, what can we say? Like, what kind of story does it have to be? Oh my God, blah, blah, blah. We need, like, a lot of times when you're given a lot of freedom, people do not know what to do with too much freedom. So sometimes a structure helps. Okay, this is not to mean that you should always have a structure, you can always improvise, etc. But having an idea in mind of what do you want to say and why is often very useful. Several of you mentioned the and because of that, and because of that, and because of that being useful, because otherwise sometimes we start. How many times has it happened to you that you start a story and then you mention a detail and then you start telling the story of that detail and then you go back to the main story, but then you need to explain something that happened before, and then you remember someone else, and then you do something, and then just continue the story, but then you remember another, and something that could be told in 10 seconds ends up being a 2 hours long story. Has it ever happened to you? Like, please send some sort of reaction if it has happened to you. Like, it has definitely happened to me. So it happens to absolutely everyone. That is why for the expo, you will only have 3 minutes to pitch your project. You will have to know exactly what you want to say and why. If you notice, the structure I provided you with was once upon a time, setting of the story, and every day, setting of the world, how the world looks like. Until one day, one change is introduced. And because of that, and because of that, and because of that, it's not just story told for ages, but one thing that has a consequence, that has a consequence, that has a consequence. Until finally, beginning of the end of the story, and then, and ever since that day, we have something to learn from that story. This is a very commonly used structure. It's not the only one, it's not necessarily the best, it's just one that works. And if you start thinking about movies, books, very famous stories, they all kind of follow this story, this structure. Okay? So let's practice a little bit more. Would you like to create a collective story altogether? Why not? Yes. Okay, so let's try that structure one more time. I'm just gonna call your names as I see you on my screen. Okay, so Himanshu, once upon a time, give me a brief description of the main character. Anything will do. Ah, no, we cannot hear you. Ah, okay, type. Once upon a time, not necessarily the toughest.
I'm sorry, my mic wasn't working, so I don't know if you called my name or if I missed that.
No, not yet. We are waiting for
Oh,
Himanshu's microphone to work or for him to type.
oh, okay, sorry.
Now,
Okay. I heard you for a second.
right?
So once upon a time,
So once upon a time, there were two kids, sister and brother. So
where were they from? Where were they from? You're on mute. You're on mute again. Okay, so that will do. Siobhan, you're the next one on my screen. So once upon a time, there were two siblings, one brother and one sister. And every day,
Um, every day they practiced soccer so they could be the best.
you say they practice what? Self-care?
Soccer.
Ah, soccer. Okay, well, soccer and self-care, they are both very interesting. But soccer, they played soccer, so they could be the best. Arif, until one day,
until one day, a new kid moved to their town who was like really good at soccer.
mhm.
He was so good that he could take on both of them at once.
Good, thank you very much. Mary, and because of that,
Because of that, it inspired him to try other things out,
like what?
different type of sports, and see
Mhm.
if he can achieve something from them.
What?
A goal.
Okay. Annika, and because of that,
Because they tried out different sports, they learned new skills that you wouldn't just find in football, you'd find in other sports as well. And then when they came back to play with the boy, they used those skills to like win something.
when what? Don't say something. I'm going to start banning words like something, thin, someone.
They win a football match.
Thank you, Annika. Anjali, and because of that,
To win a football match, and because of that, could you say the two siblings had a falling out? Because they both got competitive with each other.
Ryan, and because of that, Ryan, and because of that,
Oh, sorry. Miss, what was the last bit? I didn't hear that. What was the last bit?
both siblings were very competitive, so they had a quarrel with each other.
Oh, okay. It then soon led to a fight,
Yeah, they had a fight already, and because of that,
and because of that, um, uh, I don't know.
continue. Say anything will do. Everything is fine.
And because of that, their bond grew closer together because they fought and their bond grew closer together.
Perfect. Thank you very much. I knew you could do it. You see, Shreya, and because of that,
Oh, sorry. Could you just like repeat that? I didn't get the last like bit. Their bond.
Ryan,
I said that their bond got closer together as they fought.
Oh,
and because of that,
and because of that, they learned to um, they learned to work with people who have different perspectives, which inculcated a leadership quality in them, and then they went on to lead more clubs and started their own clubs and projects, and yeah.
Tato, and ever since that day,
they decided to call the whole community so that they can play together. And there was a inspector, someone, a business person who wanted to actually support them in their career choice.
beautiful, Joel. And what is the moral of this story? Joel, try hard in everything. Okay, guys, so you just created a collective story. It had an initial setting, it had fights, it had reconciliations, it has a moral. You can learn a lot from this story, and you did it in such a short time. So what about we focus on all of the elements that are going to be on your pitch, or some elements that we consider very useful for a pitch, and then you work on crafting your own pitch together, decide what is the right order, and we start giving each other some feedback on it. How does that sound? I'm just like playing some music, waiting for your feedback. So, unless you tell me otherwise, I'm going to think that this sounds amazing to everyone, because since I have nothing else to interpret, I'm going to interpret it to my own benefit. So, I would like you all to get a piece of paper and a pen, or open your Word document, or write wherever you feel more comfortable writing, and let me know when you are ready. And I give you a few more seconds. And for every prompt, I'm going to give you 2 minutes for you to write on it, okay? Right, no answer, so I'm gonna assume that you are all fine with it and you're finding this super exciting. Yay! So this is the first prompt. First part of your puzzle. How will you relate to your audience? Teens and adults from all over the world, basically. And how will you ensure that they all understand and relate to what you're saying, even if they've never experienced the problem? Write that down on your piece of paper, your Word document, or wherever in the next 2 minutes, starting now. 15 more seconds. Whatever you wrote is perfect. This is the second prompt. Here it goes. What question do you want to ask your audience to get them thinking in the direction you want? Something like a hook. Ask the audience a question, and your question should push them to think about their own personal instance relating to your problem. 2 minutes starting now. 10 more seconds. Whatever you write is perfect, remember. And the third piece of this puzzle. Shocking fact. What is one sentence that will get that you think will get your audience reeled up, like, I'm worried about the problem, facts, statistics, anything that proves that the problem is real, that brings the real factor. Get them feeling that like they should want to solve that problem now. What are those facts? What are those statements? What is that shocking fact? 2 minutes to think about that, starting now. 10 more seconds. Okay, how is that coming up? Does it start looking like a story already? Well, wait, because this is the important part. What you are about to write might be one of the most important parts of your pitches. What is it? Here it is. Share an individual real life instance. It could be a story about yourself or someone you know, an exact example. Something that for you could be like the beginning and the of a change. Like there is a before and there is an after this event. What is that? This is going to generate a lot of empathy and will help your audience relate to you and your project. What can that real life instance be? You have 2 minutes to think about it, starting now. Time is over. How is that going? Did you decide on a personal story yet? Keep that in mind. If not, let's go with the fifth part, which is describe how horrendous the world will look if the problem is not solved. You see this problem more vividly than anyone else. So show them what you see. So how horrible our world will get in 5, 10, 50 years if we keep living like this. You have it clear, you know what to say. You have 2 minutes to write it down, starting now. And time's over. Are you ready for the next piece? Show me that you're still here. Give me some reactions. Are you ready for part number 6? There are only 7 of them, so we are almost done. Okay, Arif, yes, you're ready. Anjali, Tato, great. Let's go for the next one. Story puzzle number 6. Now that you've gotten them thoroughly reeled up about the issue, so now they are like, oh my God, we need to solve this problem. Explain how your business works. Now and not before, only now. Explain how your business works. In parallel to everything you've gotten them worried about, explain how your business will solve the problem. Walk your audience through it as if they were a customer. You have 2 minutes to write that down, starting now. Time is over. Okay, so don't worry if you have to leave right now. I will post all of these prompts later. I mean, I will so much prefer you to stay, but I'll catch up with you later. Don't worry about that. This is the last piece of this puzzle. What does this awesome world look like with your product in it? Get them super excited. You have 2 minutes to get that, starting in 3, 2, 1, go. And the time is over. How are you feeling now that you have 7 super important parts of your pitch? How are you feeling? And if it's done, how is everyone else? Himansu is feeling festive, Anjali too. Okay, have a deep breath. Have a look at what you just wrote. Does it kind of look like a pitch to you? Tell me yes, somehow. How does it look like? Oh, Arif could pitch it as it is, somewhat. Okay, great. Shreya, what would you need for you to be more confident? Like, yes, this is my pitch. What's lacking?
Maybe I just think I need to, first of all, practice a little bit more and just maybe also spend some more time thinking about the questions and how I can make them a little more engaging. So I think just for my satisfaction, just because I like to think things through. So, yeah.
Okay, your desires are orders. What about we go to breakout rooms again? Now you will have 15 minutes, okay? 15 minutes to pitch your, well, to say your pitch to everyone else on your group. Please remember that there will be 3 people on your group. So 3 minutes each, that's 9 minutes. And I want all of you to provide feedback for each other. So even when 15 minutes may sound like a lot of time, it's actually not that much. That is, you pitching for 3 minutes and then receiving feedback for like a couple tops. Understood? Okay? Okay, thank you, Anjali. What's very important to me is that no one is left without the opportunity to practice their pitch or without the opportunity to get feedback. So make the most out of your 15 minutes. and have fun. Harry, can you hear me? Okay, great. Wait, Annika, everything okay? What happened?
I need to go because I have another appointment.
Okay, I will be posting the prompts later on Discord, and if you could please make a video of yourself recording your pitch. I'm gonna ask that of everyone at the very
Okay.
end, and post it on Discord. That'll be amazing. Okay.
Right. Thank you.
Okay. Have fun. See you.
Bye.
Arif, everything okay?
Yeah. So Shreya either
Miss,
got
I'm sorry,
disconnected or wasn't there.
Hold on. One second. Arif, what was the problem?
I'm saying that Shreya wasn't there and me and Himanshu were done, so I came here.
And you and Himanshu what, sorry?
And me and Himanshu were done with our pitches.
Okay, so if you're done with your pitches, you have, let me check the time, you have still 4 minutes. So do you please record a quick video of yourselves, because I'm going to ask everyone to do that and upload it on Discord, okay? So use this time to do that. Ryan, do you want to go to one room?
Miss, I'm sorry, my Wi-Fi just cut off. What was the activity?
The entire activity. Okay, I'm gonna put you on a room and hopefully you'll have time in these 4 minutes to practice your pitch and get feedback, okay?
Okay.
Miss, me and Himanshu are done, so we could help him.
You and Himanshu what?
Me and Himanshu are done with our pitches, so like we could help him right now.
Right, that's another possibility. So 1 second, I'm gonna move him to room 3. And then if you could please get back to room 3. Any chance you can do that? Okay, 1 second.
Yeah, I can.
Do not click yet. Click now.
Yeah.
Do not click yet. Himanshu, click now. Thank you very much. What happened? Okay. Don't click yet. Okay, don't. Now, click now. Room 3. Hello, Joel. Hello, Tato. How are you doing? How are your pizzas going?
Not ready yet.
Not ready yet. Well, I heard someone crying in the background. I hope that that is not a consequence of your pitching. Okay, Tato, Siobhan, how are your pizzas going?
Good, yeah.
You feel ready?
Maybe not ready, but I'm getting there, yeah.
Nice. Everyone is back. I'd love to know. Chocolate shake. Wait, what? I'd love to know how are all of you feeling about your pizzas. If you could describe your pitch in one word, what would that word be? Go to the chat and let me know. Pitchy, okay. Arif, another word, please. Give me a empty. Okay, Ryan. So that is very telling. Maybe you will have to think a little bit on, oh, you didn't write anything. How to give it like some editable, well, it's always editable. Selected. How is everyone else feeling? Improbable, unpolished. I think that you guys are being too harsh on yourselves. How would you describe the feedback that you got? Nice, helpful. Okay, so seriously, feedback feedback is king. So let's give each other a lot more feedback. Constructive. Okay, I love that you're describing the feedback as nice, helpful, constructive. What about we keep on giving each other that kind of feedback? So for that, and this is the very last thing of today, I'm going to ask you all to grab your phones. If you are on this session with your phone right now, don't worry because this session is about to end. Get your phone and record a video of yourself, blah, 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 in your pitch for 3 minutes tops and upload it on Discord. That way, everyone will be able to give you constructive feedback and I will be posting some tips on what kind of feedback will be more useful. How amazing could that be? Aren't you super excited to record a video of yourselves with your pitch before the expo so you can practice and you get feedback and you'll get better and you'll amaze everyone at the expo? Yes, 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 yes. Give me some reactions of something, people. I don't want to feel I'm talking to my own. Okay. Thank you, Arif. Thank you, Tato. Thank you for being alive and well. Thank you, Shreya. So that is your last challenge of today. Get your phone, record the video, upload it on Discord, and give each other as much feedback as possible. Feedback that is nice, helpful, constructive. And if you would like some extra feedback from myself, do let me know. Send me your pitch, send me a video of you speaking your pitch, and I will answer all of your questions as well as I can. So, are we like the last responsive class you've had? Depending on what do we mean with responsive, but I will highly appreciate seeing your faces on having more responses, mostly because I like knowing that I'm talking to human beings. And also, if you give me something to work with, I will be able to provide you with something that's actually helpful to you. Okay, it's not that I want you to do something that you're not comfortable with or anything like that. It's just that if I wanted to listen to the voice, to the sound of my own voice, I will go and have a chat somewhere else, or I will talk to myself in the mirror. I want to say things that are actually helpful to you. And if you are not confirming that what I'm saying is helpful or not, or if you would like something else, then it'll be difficult for me to reconduct. So I know. Good job, Himans. Thank you very much. Shout out. And thank you for reminding me of the shout outs. So record the video, upload it on Discord, give feedback to each other, and as soon as this class is over, which is going to be in 1 minute, give shout out to each other on the chat, on the general chat on Discord. They are free, they are nice, they are uplifting, and they're like super nice to read. So thank you everyone for being here today. I hope that you had fun. I hope that you saw clarity. I hope that you found it uplifting and that you have your pitch almost ready. So I'll be seeing you next Saturday. And remember, should you have any question, you know where to find me on Discord. So thank you very much, everyone. Take care. I'll see you soon. Bye. Hey, Tato, that's your beautiful face there. Thank you. Bye. Have a lovely week, everyone.
Miss, when
Yes.
did you say the expo is going to be again?
On the 10th, in very shortly, you will be receiving an email with that information. We will meet at our regular time for 1 hour to practice, and then the expo will start an hour later. Those events will be created on Google Calendar. You will receive invites. And if you know anyone who would like to join the expo, I will be soon sending the links for registration in which they can register to receive the official Zoom link, because it will not happen on this address. Did I answer? Did I answer all of your questions, Jovan? Do you have any other question?
No, that's fine. Thank you.
Thank you for asking. Bye. Or you're getting emotional, Arif. It's not over yet. Still 2 weeks. Come on, like, why are you getting emotional? Like, oh, I will miss you, blah, blah, blah. Come on, still 2 weeks. The most important ones. Okay, so unless you have a question, you will get emotional after 2 weeks. Yes, okay, hold your emotions for 2 weeks. I'm kidding. Be as emotional as you feel comfortable being. So unless you have a question, thank you very much. Take care and bye.